What the? Okay, who stopped my intro?
I did. Sorry for dropping by on such a short notice.
Hey, wait a sec. That sounds like...
Greetings from distant north, my friend.
Nick? What are you doing here?
I heard you're doing a countdown about fictional duos, and I came here to join the fun.
Oh, sure. But why this video?
Isn't it obvious? Why to do a countdown about fictional duos when you're alone? That won't feel that convincing, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I got the script done for us. Now shall we get this show on the road?
Gladly.
Cue intro!
Dynamic duo. Most people probably has Batman and Robins in their mind when mentioning this classic trope.
But not us. There are plenty of much better duos in fiction these days. Don't get me wrong, Noah and I have nothing against them, but don't we all prefer Batman working alone most of the time?
These duos we're going to talk about today are doing their job as dynamic duos much better anyways.
You can say that again. I mean, I bet even us do the justice as a duo. We should be on this list as well!
No can do. We're not fictional.
I know, I was just kidding.
Now, as we were saying, this countdown has a few rules.
You know, the usual stuff. One duo per franchise, only from games, shows, movies and comics we both seen, etc, etc, blah 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 blah.
One more thing.
We only count the duos that do their job most of the time as a duo. So as much as we wanted to include Sly Cooper and Bentley on here, we can't because they work most of the time with Murray as a trio.
One more thing.
And these duos has to get along most of the time. I'm sorry Noah, but we're not including Bugs and Daffy in here. Oh, relax. This top 10 is gonna be swell without them.
That being said, we're ready to present our top 10 fictional duos.
We're doing transitions in my way, yes?
Fine by me.
Two words. BFFs.
That's 3 words!
Well, duh. Most fictional duos are precisely made by two characters that are best friends.
Even though these friends could have opposite personalities to each other.
Yep. And who comes to mind first when you think of that kind of duo?
Jack and Daxter.
Well, isn't this a great way to kickstart this list?
Yeah, they might be one of the most famous partners of PS2 era, but they're such an odd couple.
Because Daxter is always calling himself as a hero and Jack as a sidekick, when it's actually vice versa.
Daxter might not do that much when he's with Jack, but he was the one who saved Jack from prison in Jack 2. And while at it, he stopped the metal bug infestation in Haven City.
Jack and Daxter might be best friends, but they are very different from each other.
Jack is quite brave one of the team. Hell, he was mute in the first game for some strange reason, like he's Isaac Clarke or something like that.
Daxter, on the other hand, is the more hyperactive and rather chatty little oddsoul who rather stays home drooling over babes. Or anything that isn't dangerous.
Like we said, an odd couple. But we couldn't leave this memorable and entertaining team out from this list.
Jack might be doing almost all of the work in saving the world, but he wouldn't be there without Daxter.
And if you think about it, Jack wouldn't even be there saving the world if he wasn't abducted by Count Vegetarian.
Vega! It's Vega, you idiot!
Oh, come on! Did you really have to do that to end this segment?
Let me think... Yes.
Oh boy. Here we're gonna have some Nintendo fans really disappointed at us.
Yup. At number 9 we have Mario and Yoshi.
Please hear us out on this one. We both like this iconic duo from one of the most well-known gaming industries out there.
But seriously, there's 8 other duos that are better than these two.
The teamwork between Mario and Yoshi began when Mario was just a little pizza sauce-sucking baby.
I love a little hot sauce on my pizza.
Not now, Mikey!
Anyways, that was actually the time when Yoshi did all the dirty work for Mario. Probably also the diaper change.
But when Mario grew as the mustache adult without goddamn personality we all know and love, Yoshi is his faithful friend in need. Whenever he finds the Yoshi egg lying around, that is.
With Yoshi on Mario's side, this duo is a force to be reckoned with. Yoshi gobbles up almost every enemy in sight, or sometimes uses the enemies as projectiles against bigger foes like Giga Lakitu or Mega Hammer.
There's actually not much to say about this memorable duo. We had to put them somewhere on this list.
At least we have a good reason for having them on this list. Much like Daxter with Jack, Yoshi's actually the reason why Mario is here to save the day over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Mario and Luigi would have been a good choice as well, but let's face it, Mario riding on Yoshi's back is more memorable to many gamers.
Oh, and let's not forget that Yoshi was the one who saved Mario from Goombas in Super Mario 64 DS.
Oh yeah, that too. Most people probably didn't even know that.
Number 8.
Time for another famous Nintendo duo. Time to let them go, shall we say, bananas?
Magic banana! Magic banana!
DK Duo. Freaking DK Duo. Where do we even begin with this monkey duo?
Many of you are probably wondering, why on earth the Hedgehog Ninja and nifinland are putting DK Duo higher than Mario and Yoshi?
How about the fact that Mario and Yoshi haven't gone through that much together compared with Donkey and Diddy Kong?
Yeah, since Mario uses Yoshi's help only in handful of games, that's not the case with Donkey Kong.
Whenever Donkey Kong's saving the bananas the Kremlin stole, he always has Diddy Kong on his side. If not, then Donkey or Diddy has to find a barrel with his friend inside.
And many of you are also probably wondering that why we have 2 duos from same franchise on this list.
Well, I doubt that. They all know that the Donkey Kong and Mario series are 2 different series, regardless of the fact that the DK duo has appeared numerous times in Mario spin-offs.
But we can't put them any higher because this duo isn't really that special compared with the remaining 7 duos.
Plus, Donkey Kong's almost every time the one saving Diddy, and in Mario Party DS, the only thing Diddy did to help his gorilla friend is by asking Mario and his friends to defeat dry bones that turned DK into stone.
Yeah, this duo has few blend qualities, but it doesn't change the fact that we all love these monkeys. They're monkeys! On red clothes!
Oh, for God's sake, Nick. This segment's script was bland. This little elaborating about the DK duo? That's the best you could do?
Snaptrap, if ya please.
Okay, put that thing down. All I'm asking is that the script won't be this short and boring in the next entries.
I don't think it's short at all from now on. Oh wait, I have one funny part for ya before moving on.
Give me banana!
So far we've seen the famous heroic duos. I think it's time to mix things up a bit.
Because this list won't be complete without a duo with evil purposes. Not only that, but we also decided to go with a cartoon duo at this point.
For this particular duo, we're looking for a duo of a dim-witted right-hand man and his more or less intelligent superior one.
Can you guess who are we talking about?
I have to get the cruiser out of here. I only hope the repairs are finished. You hold the babies off while I gotta play with the babies!
To be honest, not a bad guess. Sure, Zim and Gur are a good example of an evil duo.
But there is one duo that can be considered as the beginning of cartoon evil duos of today.
The diabolical duo of small rodents who say 2 famous lines every single night.
Chief, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Yes, it's Pinky and the Brain, the 2 small lab mice with a big plans for global domination.
Genetically enhanced mice, one being a genius, and the other being, as said in the opening theme, insane.
Pinky and the Brain first appeared occasionally in Animaniacs in their own segments, until they eventually got popular enough to have their own separate spin-off show.
Pinky is the duo's dim-witted, kind, and sensitive part, with an extra ingredient called Cockney accent. Nick, what's up with the scripting that sounds like Silence dialogue?
What do you expect? I'm a chef!
Oh, right. I forgot.
While the Brain, as you probably figured out, is scheming, sophisticated and sinister mastermind behind the world domination plans. And while at it, he reminds me from Dr. Cortex. Noah, you know what this means?
No, Nick. No, no, no. No, not that!
Fun fact, did you know?
Not now! Let's just say that the brain was used as a concept in creation of Cortex like normal people do. Okay?
Fine.
They might work together, but it's usually because of Pinky's idiocy why Brain's plans go wrong. However, it's proven in one particular episode that the brain usually makes miscalculations that are also the reason behind the failures.
Yup, nobody's perfect, but it's their charm, effort and persistence why they're on this list.
And besides, being an evil schemer, Brain has a soft side and appreciates Pinky as his friend.
Yeah, Pinky and the Brain might not succeed on their goals unlike the other duos on this list, but they keep trying it together no matter what.
They might be the only duo with evil purposes on this list, but we can assure you they aren't the last duo from cartoons.
The Pinky and the Brain, 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 Brain.
If there's one country aside from Japan and US and A that manages to do excellent job with their media, it's easily France.
I agree, the Rayman series is an amazing product from France, and the other Ubisoft series are also pretty good.
Oh, I'm not just talking about Ubisoft, my friend.
You're not?
Fuck no! French people made many wonderful cartoons, comics and animated movies. All the way from notable examples like Lucky Luke to the more or less known franchises like Is No Good, French media sure knows how to do their job well. Not to mention that Augie and the Cockroaches was a big part of my childhood and it's still pretty enjoyable with its new—
What the fuck are you talking about? We're supposed to reveal the number 6 fictional duo right now.
Huh? Oh, right. I got a little carried away with nostalgia.
Now that we got that out of the way, at number 6 we have this duo called Asterix and Obelix? Who the hell are those?
If you don't have any idea who these two are, let us explain.
The Asterix franchise is about a small Gaul village in somewhere during 50 BC. That remains as the only piece of Gaul that isn't conquered by Julius Caesar, the ruler of Roman Empire.
The key for Gaul's success is druid Getafix and his magic potion that gives superhuman strength for whoever drinks it.
And the village's finest warriors are Asterix and his men-hire-delivering friend, Obelix.
Most of the time Asterix and Obelix are fighting Romans with the rest of the villagers, either to defend themselves, just for fun, or both.
But there are many circumstances when Asterix and Obelix has to go help others outside the village. That leaves these two brave Gauls in Egypt, frozen north, and even in America.
What puts Asterix and Obelix this high on this list is that they show how a good brain and brawn duo is done right.
Hey, Wait a minute. I thought you said that BFFs' magic potion gives
Ultimate power!
to anyone who drinks it. So aren't they both great powerhouses?
That magic potion gives the strength only for a limited amount of time, but Obelix has permanent effect on the potion because he fell in the cauldron when he was a kid.
Oh, so you're saying that when Asterix isn't using the magic potion, he relies on his intelligence.
That's right, and the 12 tasks of Asterix shows this dynamic duo's teamwork on full potential. And let's not forget that Obelix's obese nature towards the wild boars comes in handy on few occasions.
Nevertheless, this duo has its own weaknesses.
Asterix might be a clever warrior, but he's pretty helpless without his bottle of magic potion when it's needed.
And as for Obelix, he is the more sensitive and less intelligent part of the duo, which leaves this dynamic duo on arguments that makes them get a little carried away, just like Nick a few minutes ago.
Hey!
Not to mention, sometimes Obelix takes his pet dog, Dogmatix, along with him, which can be seen as a third member of the duo.
But Dogmatix isn't doing that much when he's with Asterix and Obelix. Few exceptions now and then, of course.
What about when BFFs comes with Asterix and Obelix on their journey?
That doesn't happen often. Besides, the only thing BFFs does is to brew magic potion or getting kidnapped by Romans.
Despite this duo having a few flaws, Asterix and Obelix do their job as a brain and brawn duo quite well.
I bet many of our viewers are surprised to see a duo like this on this list. But if this kind of stuff comes from the dudes who likes Jungle Diary Hugo, almost anything like this should be expected.
Yeah, even I wasn't expecting this for this list.
Vive la France! Oh.
Before ending part 1, may I ask you something, Nick?
What is it?
If Obelix got a permanent effect of that magic potion, why doesn't BFFs let everybody else take a full cauldron full of that Iron Age Gatorade?
Because BFFs isn't sure about the consequences of that. Besides, in one specific comic, Obelix does drink a second cauldron full of potion and turns into stone, and then as a kid without powers.
Okay, I think I understand now. You know what I just realized? All their names end in Ix.
Do you like chocolates, baby? Of course you do. Caviar? You like this too.